Welcome once again, ladies and gentlemen. This is Information Center, and here we satisfy your curiosity. Ladies and gentlemen, I have decided to do this video today on a very important topic. The ongoing demonstrations, it is because of the finance bill. Raila Amolo Odinga, the former prime minister, called for demonstration to compel William Ruto, who is the president of the Republic of Kenya, to drop the finance bill. And what I have realized, guys, is that the people, or the 90% of the people demonstrating, they have not read the finance bill. So I have decided, guys, to do this video so that at the end of this video, you will decide whether to continue demonstrating if you are among the people, or to stop. Because in this video, I'm going to give you the details of or what actually the finance bill entails. Also, I'm going to give you the disadvantage and advantage. Of course, there are disadvantages and advantages. So at the end of the day, I will also take you through in how this finance bill can stabilize the crippled Kenyan economy. Before we start our video, guys, I want you to take 2 or 3 of your seconds, hit subscribe button, put on notification bell, so that when I release a video, YouTube will automatically update you. Of course, even informative and educational content is something you are passionate about, then you consider this channel as the one will give you the content of that nature. Without further ado, let us get started. The Kenyan 2023-2024 Finance Bill, tabled before the National Assembly on May 4, 2023, proposes a series of tax changes aimed at expanding the tax base and generating revenue to meet the government budget of 3.6 trillion for the financial year 2023-2024. Guys, the bill also reflects the government's focus on priority sectors to stimulate economic growth and elevate the cost of living. So guys, when I was going through this finance bill, there are few notable changes actually I happened to note. Number one was introduction of export and investment promotion levy. The bill proposes the introduction of levy on specified import to promote export and attract investment into the country. Number two changes I noted, guys, was an adjusted income tax rate. The bill suggests a 35% tax rate on income exceeding 500,000 Kenya shillings per month. Number three, guys, changes I noted was the contribution for affordable housing projects. In this bill, it proposes that both employers and employees will be required to contribute at least 3% of their earnings to finance affordable housing projects. Number four, guys, changes I noted was the exemption of exported services from VAT. Services that are exported will be exempted from value-added tax VAT, aiming to encourage the international trade. Number five changes I noted was actually the increase in turnover tax. The bill proposes, guys, an increase in the turnover tax rate from 1% to 3% for business. Number six changes I noted in the finance bill was withholding tax on digital content creators. A 15%, guys, withholding tax will be imposed on income earned by digital creators. Number seven changes I noted, guys, was increase in VAT on petroleum products. The VAT rate on petroleum products will be increased from 8% to 16%. So, guys, those are the 7 changes that the Finance Bill 2023-2024 financial year is proposing. As I promised you, that we are going also to look at the disadvantage and the advantage of this bill. How exactly will this bill impact a common mwananchi, negatively or positively? Let us first of all start with advantages of this bill. We see how good it is to the common mwananchi. The advantage number one, guys, this bill actually is going to promote infrastructure development. The finance bills focus on funding affordable housing projects through employee and employer contribution can lead to improved housing infrastructure, making houses actually more accessible to citizens. And also rent is going to be reduced. Advantage number 2, guys, it is actually economic growth. By introducing an export and investment promotion levy, the finance bill aims to promote export and attract investment, which can contribute to economic growth and potentially create job opportunities. Advantage number 3, guys, it is actually revenue generation for the public services. The tax changes proposed in the financial bill, such as increased turnover tax and withholding tax on digital content creators, can lead to increased revenue for the government. This additional revenue can be used to fund public services, healthcare, education, and infrastructure development. Advantage number last, guys, it is actually attracting investment. The proposed tax changes and incentive may attract both local and foreign investment, leading to the potential economic development and also increased business opportunities for the common citizen. And if we talk about the disadvantage, guys, on this bill actually it is actually going to impact the citizen negatively through higher tax burden. The introduction of a 35% tax rate on an income above 500,000 per month may increase tax burden on a higher income earners, potentially reducing disposable income for those affected by this high tax burden. But the disadvantage number 2, guys, actually it is increased cost of living. The VAT rate increased on petroleum products from 8% to 16% can lead to higher fuel prices, which can ripple through the economy, resulting in increased transportation costs and possibly higher prices for goods and services, affecting the common citizens' cost of living. Disadvantage number 3, guys, is the impact on small business. The increase in turnover tax from 1% to 3% may place a heavier financial burden on small businesses, affecting their profitability and ability to expand. Disadvantage number 4, guys, this one actually is going to affect digital content creators' earnings. The imposition of 15% withholding tax on income earned by digital content creators may reduce their take-home earnings, potentially impacting their ability to sustain their creative endeavors. Number 5, which is our number last, guys, actually it is the possible inflationary pressure. Some of the tax changes may lead to a higher cost for business, which could actually be passed on to consumers in the form of higher prices for goods and services, contributing to the inflationary pressure that can impact the purchasing power of the common citizen. As we conclude, guys, I want you to note one thing that it is actually essential to note that the impact of the Finance Bill 2023 on the common citizen can vary based on individual circumstances and overall common conditions. The advantage and disadvantages should be considered in a broad context of the government's fiscal objectives and effort to balance revenue generation and also economic growth, while also considering the welfare of the citizens. I do not know, guys, what is actually your opinion on this. If you have any opinion on this, and if you have anything you think, drop it in the comment section. We shall interact. Kindly, if you have not subscribed, please do so. Subscribe, and as you do that, let God bless you. Remember, if actually informative and educational content is something you're passionate about, do not look further. This is the channel that's going to bring you the content of that nature. As we do that, let God continue to bless you. In Jesus' name I pray.